Hey everyone, it's Jason. I'm working on refining operations on my layout today. I've set up a series of 4 switch lists. Each list represents a train that will come into this industrial area, perform a series of moves, and leave. When it leaves the card's position for the following train, so it's a cycle. When one leaves, the cards are positioned for train number 2. When train number 2 leaves, the cards are positioned for train number 3. And when train 4 leaves, it resets the cards back to their original position, and I can begin the cycle over. So it's an unbroken cycle of operations. Some of you have asked to see the trains moving, see some operations. So as I'm refining these lists and these series of moves today, I'm going to record the trains in motion and get that video up for you to watch. So here's my switch list. It's printed on cardstock. It's a simple Excel spreadsheet that I've printed out. This particular job is the McCloud Warehouser turn. It's switching list number 1. This particular switching list only switches Warehouser and a yard siding. You can see the road numbers, car numbers, whether it's a pickup, relocation, or drop-off, and the sites that they're coming from or going to listed on here. This particular piece of cardstock actually can hold 4 different jobs. I have job number 2 here on the back side, which, as you can see, switches a number of other industries. These switching lists are set up to last roughly 25 to 30 minutes, which is my target. I have not done so yet, but I will print up jobs number 3, or switching lists number 3 and number 4 in here so that it's all on a single piece of cardstock. So the sessions start over here on my staging area. I have train number 1 set up and ready to go for switching list number 1, and in the foreground I've got the cars for train number 2 set up and ready to go. Concrete in the foreground is where we just were. And we're good. And we're pulling out. Our spline cars and our UTLX clay slurry car that we just picked up. It's been emptied out. we've set the Temple Gypsum car out. Since that one's empty, we're gonna back in the SSW. Since that one needs to be unloaded. And then we'll pull out all of our cars. We are pulling out the string of pickups from Weyerhaeuser. I'm going to pull these out onto the main line, back them up on spur number 2, and we'll be ready to do our drop-offs. Here's our string of pickups coming off the main line, back on to spur number 2. Unlashing our drop-offs. We're going to pull our engine out, go back in onto spur number 1, and grab our cars for delivery. We'll latch up to our string of drop-offs, pull them out onto the main, and then back them into delivery. And we'll deliver these to the spots just as they're outlined in our switch list. Okay, so we've completed all of our pickups. We've picked up the UTLX, ACFX, and the 2 TTZX cars. Now we're going to grab this string here, and we're going to back them in and deliver them. And here comes the spline cars to be delivered onto the loading pads. As laid out on our switch list. Looking good. Okay, next car in line is the 660126, which just dropped off these splines. 660126 is going to get left at yard siding number 2, which actually is where I have our outbound car staged right now, so that'll require a little bit of finagling. And 70032, our other gypsum hopper, 70032 is going to get left at spot number 13, which is actually right there, right in front of our unloading spot for our gypsum cars. I'm going to grab those cars with the a rail box car, which is going to ultimately be left here. Pull these cars out and put them on the opposite of the first siding. Let's do some bell. How does it work?